Hi, welcome to our show, Tools of Integration with Myoki. My name is Pepine van den Berg and I am with
Myoki.
Hi.
Hoi.
And we are both natural health practitioners. And we would like to explore tools in this show to relieve anxiety, fear, feelings of stuckness and emotions. And we will hope that you will join us and enjoy the show. So today we are going to work with Myoki. You are going to show your art journal.
Yes, I am.
The topic for today is zendoodle and art journaling. And you can combine those two perfectly because you have to keep your drawing somewhere. And I think a journal is the perfect way to start. Well, thank you so much for gifting me this art journal. It's so beautiful. I love all these fresh new supplies. And here you can put your little clippings in, or secrets, or little papers from what you want to manifest. And you can do doodling in here, or what we did last time, make these collages and vision boards. So
And write.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I still have to do writing.
And I can't stop writing.
No, you can't stop writing. So I'm very happy. It's beautiful, and I'm going to fill it up. Well, show us yours.
Yes, I will. Usually, I buy journals like this. They're available in A4, A5, A6.
Mm-hmm.
So I filled up a few A4, and now I started with A5.
Uh-huh.
The A6 is too small for this, I think.
Yeah.
It's not my cup of tea. So I started with a little doodle on a piece of newspaper.
Oh, yeah.
A little newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
This is also on newspaper, but it started to color. So I decided to keep it.
Mm-hmm.
And what you can do is try new patterns.
Yeah, you can practice.
Practice new patterns. You can use washi tape, different kinds of papers you can put in. I've made this thing.
Oh, yeah.
You can open it and put some other
Papers
stuff in.
them. Yeah.
Practicing with watercolor. All kinds of stuff. And when it goes through, because this black
Shines through the page.
through the paper,
Yeah.
I use
Oh.
a different kind of paper to
Yeah. Oh, I love those.
and this one is the eyes in the city.
Oh. Yeah.
So you can
Please, people, follow Myoki on Facebook, Instagram. She posts all these lovely drawings.
I made a little ring in here with some stuff to know where I am.
Yeah.
So there's a lot you can do with it.
Oh, this is
practicing
also...
with color.
Wow.
This is the color Stabilo Sensor, which is a very fine line as well. Different kinds of paper. You can make collages in it.
Yeah.
And I use collages to, if I don't have words to write, I use image, because image is very universal.
Yeah.
So I make the collage, and then later on I look at it, and then I can find the words.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So this is made with template.
I really resonate with that because I'm also most times at a loss for words.
Yeah.
So working with images, with pictures, drawing,
Yeah.
I can express myself in another way than just using words.
Yes.
And I think I don't always read back what I write, but I do look back at my drawings.
Yeah. And also if you work with image, it's a different part of the brain you activate.
Yeah.
So I use it to, when I don't have the words and when something is bothering me and I don't have the words, then I make a collage and usually the words come.
Yeah.
May take a few days or a few hours or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I can write again.
Yeah.
So I like to do it or make collages on a theme or just making something without any thought. I like to use templates, I like to use stamps, and what I did here is making a space, making a little booklet with quotes in it, and filling it up with quotes.
Yeah.
And I can
Beautiful.
keep it together. So this is my way to do it.
Beautiful. Yeah.
It needs it's a bit thick.
And do you go, once it's full, once there's no more pages to be filled, do you go back to your journal? Do you just put it in the
I use it
in the bookcase and
I put it in a bookcase, and sometimes I take it out to see the development in writing, but also in drawing, or to see what patterns I've used before. Because sometimes they go go to the back of my head. To the back
of your mind, yeah.
So I use it in different ways. Yeah. And most of all, I use it because it pleases me. It really, I really love to do it. It's fun. Yeah. For me, it's fun. Yeah. And I can do it everywhere. Yeah. Even when I'm sick or whatever, I can collage or write or whatever on my mattress, no problem. Yeah. Yeah, your own little... It's my own little world. It's my own little word. Yeah. Well, yeah. Somebody once told me, you can be so happy and grateful on 1 square meter. I think, yeah. You can. I can. I could do that when I was young, and I'm still doing it. Yeah. I don't have to go somewhere or do something special to be happy. No. And I love to go to a shop once in a while to see if there are different kinds of paper, vintage papers, washi tape, paint, whatever. Yeah. And then I'm happy. Yeah. And then I'm like a little grateful girl with a bag full of new stuff, taking it to my home and unpack it and start using it, start to practice with it. Yeah. Could be more happier. Yeah. So no, I don't have to travel all over the world, whatever. Yeah. No. You can explore your own space, your own world, your own universe. Yeah. In Dutch it's space, but in English it's your universe. Yeah. Yeah. And I love doing it. And I can decide what or who I want to invite into my universe or keep out. Yeah. And who pops up in your universe, like your small characters. You never know. No, I don't know how that works. I still don't know. Because I start with something and then suddenly, hey, that's a character. Whoa. Yeah. And some I can reuse. I can redraw, and some I can't. Yeah. And then they'll leave your universe. Yep, that's the way it goes. And you can also make art journals for somebody else. Oh, show us, please. So I'm making this one with all kinds of different different papers,
Mm-hmm.
different sizes as well. I have a little bag here for the big secrets and a little bag here
so
for the
cute.
for the small secrets. I also made like in my own space where I can put something in.
Mm-hmm.
All kinds of different stuff somebody else can fill up
Yeah.
and be happy with.
Yeah.
And I so like doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's something to treasure.
Yeah.
Because it's so personal. It's not something you buy.
No.
It's yeah, it develops. It's
Yeah.
it's created from
Scratch.
Yeah, from scratch. Yeah.
Yeah. So I still have to bind it. It's not finished yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not in a hurry.
No.
So you can buy one.
Yeah.
Or you can make one.
Yeah.
And you can do with it whatever you want.
Yeah.
Isn't that wonderful?
High five, Myoki. So everybody, please, feel inspired by Myoki's journey, journaling, discovering, exploring the universe. And today as well, we're going to demonstrate how to doodle, because that was the start of my journey. I stumbled upon a small clip on Instagram, and I thought, wow, this is fun. So I sent it to Myoki, and I think 1 or 2 days later, the lid went off, and our minds were blown. And we started and never stopped ever since. So that's what I'm going to demonstrate on paper. And we are going to first start off with a layer of water paint.
Yep.
Yeah? So that's where we start. And when the paint is dry, we're going to use
The
pen.
doodles.
Yeah. So I have no idea. I'll use red. And not too wet, I think.
No, this is special
Water.
watercolor
Oh.
paper.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So I'm testing all kinds of watercolor sets as well.
Mm-hmm. So we are not going to, we're just making a background, aren't we?
This can be a background, yeah. The weird thing of it all is that when I use my pen, I'm left-handed,
Yeah.
and when I use the brush, I'm right-handed.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
I found out this morning when I was trying out a different set of watercolor. I think, right-handed? That's strange.
We were talking earlier about being goal-oriented, or and I think this is really feminine, just being creative and let it just appear on the paper. I don't have any goal in my mind right now. Do you?
No.
I have no idea where I'm going. And I think that's the whole point. When you've had your day, you've been working, you're talking to people, have your problems or little stresses, and then when you start doing art, you can let it all go.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's telling you what to do.
It doesn't have to be beautiful. You don't
No.
have to go on an exposition or whatever.
No,
It's just doing.
let it flow out of your hands.
And what I love about watercolor is the pigment and the fact that it can blend, and that you can make different layers as well.
Yeah.
So I'm really exploring all kinds of materials and all kinds of techniques.
Mm-hmm.
How I like to do it.
Mm-hmm. And keep breathing.
That too.
I just finished my breathing course, so I'm extra sensitive of where my breath is and how my belly feels. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, don't hold your breath, people.
Although it can be breathtakingly beautiful.
Yeah, that too. Sometimes I don't enjoy the process of, I'm a little anxious how it will turn out. And sometimes I have to lay it away for a day or two. I just can't seem to look at it. And then after a day or two, I think, oh, that was really beautiful. I can't really appreciate it at the moment, maybe. Do you experience things like that?
Sometimes, but usually it's one of a meditation. You have different meditation techniques, like you can sit on a bench somewhere and look at people and judge.
Mm-hmm.
Keep judging, or keep judging your work.
Yeah,
And be aware of the fact that you're judging.
I am judging.
And
Thank you, Myoki.
and sometimes the technique is the other way around. That you're looking and don't judge.
Okay.
And every time you feel you're judging, go back and start again.
Okay. It's something to take away. I have this fear of failure, or to think I have to be perfect, or it's something we all have in a way.
Yeah.
It's good to be aware of.
Yep. And don't take it seriously.
No.
Because when you're making something like we are doing now, it's a moment thing. It's like a moment in time, like you're making a picture.
Yeah.
It's also freezing the moment.
The moment, yeah.
And exactly the same with this. And the next moment can be different. And
that's why it's so nice to have an art journal, to see your to keep track of all these moments and how you felt, and
yeah,
don't you think?
absolutely.
Mm.
And what I absolutely love doing, and I do it every day, is when the day ends, to write down three things you're grateful for,
Mm-hmm.
and to make a little poem. And in Dutch we call that elfje.
Mm-hmm.
And the poem consists of 3 words. And
Not 11 words.
11 words.
Oh, yeah.
So 1 word, 2
Yeah.
words, 3 words, 4 words, 1 word.
Yeah.
It's actually a very good way to end the day with.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very concise way today. You don't have to write whole stories.
No.
You can do that, of course,
Yeah.
but it's a very concise way to comprise
Yeah.
the day, the most important moments of the day. And I also use those 11 words when, for example, when I'm stressed,
Mm-hmm.
or when there's something exciting happening.
Yeah.
Or to avoid panic attacks.
Mm.
Because when you start writing,
Yeah.
it diminishes immediately.
Yeah, you change state is what I learned over the past 5 days.
Yeah.
It's
immediately.
changing your state from fight, flight, back to... I had this wonderful explanation of... imagine we are hunters and gatherers, and we live in a cave. And inside the cave, there's your family, there's fire, there are these big walls which keep all the animals out, and there you can rest and recuperate and play and work on art or sew or prepare food. Everything is safe and cozy, and your family's there. But then the food runs out, and you have to start hunting and gathering again. You have to step outside your cave, and there is this, you have to mobilize. You have to start looking, so you have to start looking and hearing and tensing your muscles, because you don't know when you're going to be attacked by a lion or a snake, and so you have to be on your guard.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the stressful state, being on your guard, being tense, having your muscles contracted. And that's also when you easily can have a panic attack, because your body wants to release that stress.
Mm-hmm.
So when you start to change your state, for example, you imagine, well, I'm at home, I have a roof over my head, I'm safe, and do some art, for example, you change your state to calm again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I loved it. Well, I think I've...
Dry. Dry, baby, dry. And although this is watercolor paper, specially designed for watercolor,
it does curl a little.
it does curl.
Yeah.
That,
You thought it wouldn't?
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Because I've tried watercolor on different sorts of paper
Uh-huh.
before I bought watercolor paper.
Uh-huh.
And I was thinking, well, this would be not curling, but it is, and it does.
Yeah.
Grr. Well,
Breathe in, breathe out.
yeah.
Well, when I'm going to stick it in my art journal, it will straighten itself out.
I did try in this one. Let's see if I can find it. And I can't. Nope. Sorry.
It's okay.
Takes time. See?
Ah.
This is also on watercolor paper.
Mm-hmm.
And I glued it in here. But it's still curly.
Yeah.
It's still curly.
Yeah, maybe that's the nature of watercoloring. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, we have to somehow accept it a little. Yeah.
Yep.
So I think I'm ready for my my doodle. I'm going to use, what am I going to use? A 2mm Stabilo pen with a, yeah.
And I'm going to use from Hema. It's Micro Right Fine Liner. And I think it's 0.3, this one.
Ah. Okay. I just intuitively draw my, just like the first video when we did the neurographic art, I'm going to draw a same sort of line. And you also like to work with shapes, don't you, Myoki?
Yeah.
Yeah. Always so inspired by your work.
Not quite dry yet. And it comes in phases as well. Because I did a lot of neurographic art in that period.
Yeah.
And it's gone again.
Yeah, well, that doesn't matter.
And maybe it comes back, I don't know. But
Everything comes in phases.
Yep.
So now with a thicker pen I did the scribble, and now with hang on. Oh, I have to get another marker. Here I have a Sharpie with a thinner point. And my favorite doodle, I'm going to repeat it throughout the whole drawing, is just making these repetition of petals. So I'm going to make it easy on me today. I love how my colors gives an extra sense to, yeah, the red and the orange.
Yeah, it does.
Another layer.
Yes, sometimes I think I like to work black-white.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I have phases I want color.
Yeah.
Just to experiment with.
Yeah.
And I think all of life is a big, big playground and experimenting ground.
Mm-hmm. And where my petal doesn't touch the border of my circle, I color it in with black. So it does resemble a little bit neurographic art. But this is called doodling, zendoodle. I can do it with my thicker point, so it's done more quickly. And don't be afraid to turn your pages around. Try different angles. We're by no means teachers or instructors, but we're getting experienced, aren't we, Myoki?
Every day a bit more.
Yeah.
I've always been very curious and always been very experimental with everything. I think it's in my human design as well.
Ah.
It's like experimenting, fall flat on my face, stand up and try something else.
Oh.
And because of that, being able to tell what is working and what is not working.
Yeah.
It's really a huge part of my design.
Wow. So then you have to as well. Experimenting is part of who you are.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's what I do.
Mm.
Every day. And when I go to one of my favorite stores, it's called Pipo's.
Uh-huh.
And they see me coming, oh my God.
There she is.
There she is. What does she want this time? But sometimes it's color, or sometimes it's pens, or sometimes it's all kind of different materials. And people look at me like, what the hell is she doing? What is she up to? And I absolutely love it, you know, getting older and people still asking, what is she up to?
Yeah.
What is that lady up to?
Yeah. That's the spirit. And we're coming into spring, so...
It's the last day of February. Can you even believe it?
No.
I heard people that there was snow in some parts of Holland.
Huh? Today?
Today,
No.
yes.
Huh?
Rain and snow. And we're having a wonderful day. Blue skies.
Yeah. Sunshine.
Sunny.
Yeah.
It's cold, okay, but you know, it's February. It should be
Yeah.
cold. It's still winter.
Sometimes my pen has a hard time dealing with the paint, but
True.
I just make another line then. This is so meditative because of the repetition.
Yes. And did you hear we had northern lights?
I did, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, I couldn't see it here either, but in the north...
And I haven't seen pictures either.
There are a lot of pictures on the northern lights on Twitter.
Ah. And what did it look like?
Like northern lights.
Exactly the same.
Yeah.
Wow.
Really wonderful. Very, very colorful. And dancing.
Ah. How is that even possible?
I don't know, somebody, friend of mine in the United States, sent me a picture. Look, this is Holland.
No!
And I think, yay! Maybe Mother Earth is turning
Into?
in a different angle. I mean,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Are we turning into Lapland?
you never know. Maybe some reindeers.
Yeah, Father Christmas.
I love Christmas.
Yeah. No, first we have to deal with have springtime.
Yep. I decided to make room in my herbal garden for vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
Because those vegetables are unbelievably expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking I'm gonna try to grow some
Yeah.
myself. So I bought some seeds last week.
Mm-hmm.
Made a trip to the garden shop. Also a great artist date.
Yeah.
See all the plants and the flowers.
Yeah.
And,
I love it. Yeah.
yeah. So plant those things first and harvest them. Try to survive summer.
That's a tricky part, yeah. I hope it won't be as hot as last year,
Please no.
because I'll die. Let me see. Oh, bumping into...
Sorry.
And you can move up the speed of the video. Just hit the button.
Well,
And you can speed the video up.
or not and become meditative as well.
Yeah. So there's two choices.
Actually, there are more.
Okay.
You can also pause the video and you can also decide not to watch.
Yeah.
Choice is yours.
Wow. I love it.
There are so many things you can do with the color, or just a few lines.
Yeah.
Just a pattern, and you can what's it called? Make a... It can change. Color can change the whole line.
Yeah. Yeah, the hardest part I think of doing this art form is I see all these beautiful doodles and tangles and what have you, and with color you can also make shadow, and I think creating depth in your work, well, that's a whole other ball game.
Mm-hmm.
But it's beautiful when you can use color or light and dark to bring depth in. But I still have to very much practice it.
Yeah.
Well, it's all about doing it, not about the end result.
Oh. I always say it doesn't have to be beautiful. It doesn't have to be anything, actually.
No.
It's just the art of doing. It's just...
Yeah.
It's a very meditative process, and sometimes you can concentrate on drawing the lines, and sometimes you can set your thoughts free and find a solution to a problem.
Yeah.
Also, different ways you can use it.
There's so many uncertainties in life, and in doing this work, this artwork, you can create these, every line you draw, you can be certain of that.
Mm-hmm. Color also affects your mood.
It does.
Yeah. Not only form, but also color.
These are very bright colors, I love them.
Yeah.
Well, after my breathwork retreat, everything is bright.
No, well, I have a set of watercolor in autumn colors.
Oh.
And they're also very intense because the pigment is very, it's very heavy pigment.
Mm-hmm.
But I truly love the colors. It was an expensive set as well.
Yeah. There must be quality differences.
There are a lot of quality differences. Also in brushes.
Mm-hmm.
But especially in colors. And that's why I like to experiment. When you start, I use cheap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just to find out if I like working like this.
Yeah.
And when I'm getting better at it, or when I think I'm getting better at it, move over to some
you invest in
more expensive colors.
Because it also affects the outcome of your work when you work with very better quality material.
Yeah. But you know, I experiment in my art journal. Usually nobody sees it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not going out. It's not going anywhere. So I can experiment whatever I want.
Yeah. In your own universe.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I just love my universe.
Yeah.
So becoming aware that you can shape your own universe.
Yeah. Wonderfully said.
And color your own universe and use forms in your own universe.
Yeah. Because otherwise it's also all uniform. Everything is the same.
Yeah, well, nothing is the same. Not even one moment is the same.
No.
what is also nice to do is to date it.
Yeah,
To
that's
put
what I
a
do.
date
Yeah.
on it, so you can track your own progress
Yeah.
or not progress. Or you can recall
What you did on that day or what period in your life it was.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe you're experiencing grief or sorrow or... Yeah. Our video series is called Tools of Integration. You have to integrate your emotions. And then when you put a date on it, you know what period in your life you were.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I also like the word to decompress. At the end of the day, you have all this tension, all this pressure. You've been outside the cave.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, you have to decompress. And integrate all your, what's been happening, things you've done, things you've heard. And not everybody can meditate. I'm not much of a meditator. This is my meditation.
Oh, you can see and use it as a form of meditation.
Yeah.
Because when you are alone, and you can be aware of every line. And you can be aware of how the pen is touching your hand.
Yeah.
You can be aware of your breathing. You can use different focal points.
Yeah.
And then it can become a meditation. An active form of meditation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that? Yeah.
It's like a huge cloud in the sky, protecting life on Earth.
Wow.
Might be I see something different in it.
Yeah.
In about an hour.
I'm switching pens because
Yeah, this one is giving in as well. It's probably because of the paint.
Yeah. I can work faster with this one. And that's also what you are allowed to do. Switch materials, do whatever you like.
As long as it pleases you.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to do anything.
No.
Sorry. Sorry for the noise.
Oh, they're so cute.
Yeah.
Oh, you can use these stems and then work on the...
Yeah.
Ah.
So I have a little template. So I'm making a little border.
Oh.
You can use ink on watercolor. You can use all kinds of materials for your art journal.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to use a template or different color stamp, and I can't wait to use this new art journal because there's a different kind of paper in it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think when you color it in, you see the structure of the paper.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So we'll try this
Yeah.
tonight or
Well,
tomorrow.
thank you for watching. I think you'll get the hang of it. So I'll be finishing mine later on. But thank you for joining us once again on our creative journey, tools of integration, integrating the stresses of daily life, emotions, and yeah, taking you on the journey with us, discovering all these creative outlets, and we'll see you next time.
Next month. And then we will be in March. Can you
Yeah.
even believe it?
No.
In the 3rd month of this year.
Wow. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye bye.